Salutations, dear readers. I trust everyone is enjoying a splendid day. Handling encounters with narcissistic individuals can prove challenging, particularly amidst crumbling relationships. Their conduct often veers into the realm of the bizarre and unexpected, especially when faced with impending conclusions. Throughout a breakup, they frequently dispatch conflicting signals, leaving one ensnared in a web of bewilderment. This perplexing behavior may stem from myriad sources, including a sense of loss, an insatiable appetite for dominance, or abrupt alterations in their demeanor, which elude explanation. At various junctures in the relationship, whether courting, betrothed, wedded, or cohabiting, one may discern its inherent toxicity. Clarity might arise due to a dearth of support, an overabundance of authority, or instances of maltreatment, manipulation, or gaslighting. A mounting inventory of grievances may foster a desire for separation. Epiphanies of this nature often manifest during heated altercations or moments of exasperation, prompting introspection regarding the relationship's viability. In a wholesome partnership, both parties might engage in candid discussions regarding its termination, reaching mutual accord on the appropriate course of action, be it dissolution, divorce, or estrangement. However, such amicable resolutions are a rarity when contending with narcissists. Navigating a relationship with a narcissist can exacerbate matters. Some individuals may swiftly discard their significant other without a second thought, promptly pivoting towards their next objective. Conversely, individuals prone to manipulation, control, or gaslighting may recoil at the mere mention of solitude, resorting to erratic behavior when confronted with thoughts of abandonment. Broaching the topic of departure often ignites fury, fostering a breeding ground for further manipulative tactics. The narcissist does this because they deeply need approval and support from their partner, which makes them feel good about themselves and their social standing. When people are married, this need for approval from their partner is even stronger. When a narcissist thinks that their partner might take back control of their life and end the relationship, they often become even more demanding and manipulative. They do desperate things to stay in charge because they don't want to lose the person who makes them look good. As a result, the end of these kinds of relationships is usually a rough one, with the narcissist stepping up their efforts to control the situation and stop any attempts to break up. This shows how hard it is for people to get away from narcissists. At first, the narcissist might try a love bombing, which means showering their partner with loving actions like flowers or big moves to get back together. But these shows of affection usually only last a short time and don't work in the end. If the narcissist's first attempts fail, they may try something more desperate. They may try to put the blame on both partners and play down their own part in the problems in the relationship. By saying that better communication is the answer, they avoid taking responsibility and clear themselves of any wrongdoing. This makes it so that both sides have to work together to make peace, but no one is held accountable. After this, the next step might be to suggest treatment as a way to fix the relationship by working on communication problems. It's possible that this idea will give you hope and make you think that the narcissist really wants to make things right. But once counseling or therapy meetings start, things often go very differently from what was expected. You may notice a big difference between how the narcissist acts in the therapist's office and how they act at home. In this setting, they might look helpful and friendly, skillfully changing the story to help themselves. Any worries or stories you share during these meetings might be skewed to make the narcissist look good while putting down and invalidating your point of view. They might say that your feelings aren't real or that your experiences aren't important, which hurts your trustworthiness and puts the blame on you. This strategy lets them avoid responsibility by putting the blame on someone else and hurting your image. Realizing this dynamic can be upsetting because it quickly breaks down the image of shared understanding and readiness for change, showing that people are still being manipulated and not being held truly accountable. So, going to therapy or counseling meetings can become another way for the narcissist to take control of the relationship. This makes it harder to solve problems and shows how hard it is to be in a relationship with a narcissist, especially when the end is near. It is very important to stay away from couples treatment if you are involved with a narcissist who is harmful to your health. This advice needs to be said again because it is so true for people who are going through hard times. There is some truth to the reasoning behind this advice. In these kinds of situations, couples treatment can turn into a battleground for controlling and manipulating each other's feelings. This understanding isn't just based on my own observations. Many other people have shared their own first-hand stories in private messages, conversations, and emails. All of these stories show how therapy meetings with a narcissist can make gaslighting and manipulation worse, turning the therapy room into a place where the narcissist can change stories to fit their own needs. Some survivors have said that they felt like they were being slandered in therapy, which made them question their own reality and wonder what part they played in the relationship. Therapists and counselors may seem to see things from the narcissist's point of view, whether they mean to or not. This can make the therapy process less stable. It may look like nothing is going wrong during therapy meetings at times. There is a sense of community, working together, and agreement between everyone. But as soon as the narcissist is out of therapy, their anger and deceptive behavior can come back. This sudden change can make their partner confused and make them doubt their own skills. The charmer might say that their partner is to blame for their own actions, implying that if their partner changed how they act, they wouldn't feel like they have to be selfish. Putting the blame on someone else is a common way to trick people into doubting their own health. Realizing that each person is responsible for their actions and that no one can force them to behave badly or dishonestly is very important. The circle of manipulation might start with love bombing and end with suggesting therapy to work out problems. Sharing your own experiences with this cycle can help others see the patterns and understand what it's really like to go to couples therapy with a narcissist. Getting out of a relationship with a narcissist can be hard, and love bombing and gaslighting are common things that happen during the process. It's important to know what narcissists do in and out of therapy in order to protect yourself and make smart choices about ending a relationship with one of these people. When you're with a narcissist, you might notice a troubling pattern of gaslighting that makes you doubt what you remember from the past. If you miss therapy meetings or notice that they aren't as affectionate toward you, they may try to change the past. Over time, they may say things like, "I haven't been that bad, we haven't fought that much," or "I haven't hurt you that badly." These claims can make you question yourself, which can make you rethink how bad things that happened in the past really were. Even when pictures or messages show that they are telling the truth, the narcissist strongly denies everything and says that your memories are not true. After this stage, the narcissist may go back to a love bombing, which means showering you with affection and giving therapy or counseling not because they really want to help you but to get a better hold on you. There's a quick change just as the love bombing and gaslighting start to fail and you think about leaving. The person who has caused you a lot of pain in the relationship, maybe even by rudely saying or hinting that you end it, changes all of a sudden. They beg to be forgiven, say they will change, and make big promises about the future. There is a term for this, future faking. Even if you are about to leave, seeing their tears and hearing their vows may make you think twice. You might give the idea that they might change some thought. You might remember how great things were at the start of the relationship, making you want to go back to those better times. At this very important time, it's important to remember the truth about the harm you received physically, mentally, sexually, or emotionally while you were together. The person who is now begging and promising is the same person who not long ago used gifts or compliments to trick you into not thinking about divorce while putting the blame on you. While you were dating a narcissist, they probably tried to change the truth a lot of times. They might have denied what happened or lied to you, making you question what you remember. It's not unusual to run into the person who caused you a lot of pain, begs for another chance at the last minute. But this request for forgiveness has nothing to do with the lies, cheating, or other wrongs done to you. It's just their last desperate effort to catch you in their web of lies. Then the question comes up, how many times can you forgive someone who hurts you over and over again? It's easy to try to understand why they act the way they do, wish they would change, or imagine a better future. Still, it's important to take a step back and look at the facts instead of giving in to your feelings. Really, if they wanted things to change, they would have taken the many chances that were there for them. If there had been real change, they would have stopped lying all the time, even when they were asked to be honest. It is up to them to change, and the circle of abuse will continue until real change happens. People who are poisonous, including those with narcissistic traits, will often make big plans at the last minute to stop you from leaving. However, they are not acting out of true love or regret. Instead, they want to keep control of you, keep up a good reputation with other people, and protect their own financial and social interests. They try to stay in power by taking the easiest route possible so they don't have to deal with the consequences of their deeds. You are strong enough to break out of this loop, though. It's time to take back your freedom, cut ties, and start a path toward freedom from manipulation. If you thought this conversation was helpful and want to learn more, please like, comment, share, and follow. Your help could help others going through the same problems by raising knowledge and giving them the strength to stand firm. We can break the cycle of abuse and start a path of healing and finding out more about ourselves if we work together. Thanks for being a part of this trip.
The Narcissist's Quest Within Others. If you were someone who genuinely cared for the narcissist, offering them your compassion, loyalty, time, and commitment, your role was significant. Your lasting positive impact on their life makes you irreplaceable after a period of connection. When they decide to move on or discard individuals, they rationalize it as the right decision due to boredom, annoyance, or dissatisfaction with the emotional supply they received from you. They convince themselves that finding a replacement is the correct course of action. However, over time, the narcissist begins to feel the absence of what you provided. There's a void in terms of their needs that remains unsatisfied. If you were someone with uplifting energy, dedicated to their well-being, they eventually start to miss those qualities. Not immediately, but after a while. Subsequently, they attempt to fulfill those same needs with other people. It proves to be a challenging process for them. They embark on a quest to discover your qualities in others, attributing certain behaviors and traits to individuals who don't naturally possess them. It takes some time for them to realize the difficulty of replacing you. Occasionally, after numerous years, they may encounter someone who satisfies those needs. But the journey is arduous. As individuals age, finding someone genuinely committed, compassionate, trustworthy, and reliable becomes increasingly challenging. Narcissists may persist on this journey for years, perhaps indefinitely, in the pursuit of locating someone who mirrors the positive traits and qualities you provided and is willing to be with them. What's readily available are individuals who can provide temporary amusement, but discovering someone who becomes a fundamental, integral part of their life proves exceedingly challenging. After a breakup, if you observe closely, you'll notice their attempt to replicate you in others. They seek to experience the emotions they had with you through different people. But more often than not, they fall short or achieve only mediocre success. It's intriguing to witness someone who once dismissed you now striving to find echoes of your presence in people, situations, and thoughts. Even in your absence, you become their entire universe. Yet they seldom truly succeed, frequently resorting to short-term distractions, like drugs, alcohol, excessive indulgence in sex or shopping, and thrilling adventures to drown out their genuine emotions. Therefore, if the narcissist instills in you a sense of easy replaceability, recognize that it's mere fiction. They may hold on to this belief for a while, and it persists even longer if they observe that you buy into it. Your perception of their superiority over you provides them with satisfaction, making it simpler for them to maintain their distance. However, once you cease playing along, and they find themselves in solitary pursuit, the desire for your return surfaces. Unable to admit fault, they initiate the quest for your replacement. It's intriguing to witness how this pursuit consumes their entire existence, while you swiftly realize their absence holds no significant role in your life. The narcissist endeavors to construct a new life as if you were an integral part of it. Thanks for tuning in.